Now, obviously, there are more important things going on in the world at the moment than people driving cars around a track. But F1 and motorsport provides an escape for many people for what's going on, and they are desperate for it to go back. Even Paul Ricard, however bad that may be. But I've looked at several options that Liberty Media and the FIA may have to use in order to get the season started. And my first option is to not have a season at all. Obviously, this would be the worst possible scenario and would only happen if the virus is still spreading in October or November or even later, and it was unsafe to travel anywhere, because obviously safety is the main priority, but it would cause havoc in F1. Sponsorships wouldn't be happy, TV companies wouldn't be happy, no races, they demand contracts back. Teams who are struggling financially, we saw Force India, now known as Racing Point, soon to be known as Aston Martin, go into administration a few years back, and that can easily happen again, even within a historic team like Williams, who have had their own little battles financially. But this would only happen if the virus was still spreading in November. But hopefully, fingers crossed, touch wood, we should all be back to normal by November, or pretty much back to normal, and we can go racing. Now, my next option is one that hasn't been really discussed at all, or at least I haven't seen it, and it's kind of one that I came up with myself rather than rumours. It's to have a mini-season that doesn't go towards the World Championship. As you know, in the FIA rules, you have to have 8 races in 3 different continents for it to officially be an F1 calendar, and if this goes on long into the year, that won't happen. But say if we get to September and it's clear that won't happen, but we are ready to go racing, we could do a mini series just around Europe, so it's cheaper for teams just to get out racing a bit, and it provides some money financially for the struggling teams like Williams. This is very unlikely, but if it's clear that we won't be able to get a proper championship in, then I think it definitely should be considered. Imagine Lewis Hamilton winning his 7th World Championship, equalling Michael Schumacher in such a drab season with 10 or so races in. It wouldn't go down well at all. So this is a very big one out of the blue. Sorry, but I think it could be a possibility and isn't as bad as it sounds. So my final option, I guess you figured it out by now, is just to run the season as normal, but just have fewer races. Ross Brawn has already admitted that it will only be a 15 to 17 at most race calendar now, where every races are off up to Canada. But you could still get a decent amount in, hopefully, fingers crossed, should this virus go away quickly. And Chase Carey or Ross Brawn said that it would be a 2-day weekend, so I presume you'd have a 90-minute practice on the Saturday morning, and then you'd have qualifying, and you'd have a race. I'd actually be in favour of this. I think it'd make the races much better, as we've seen in the past when practices rained off, so I actually wouldn't be against this. And I think it'd be a good decision, even if it's a shame we can't get all of the races in, with Monaco and Australia already being cancelled, and I suspect more won't take place. So, having looked at all of the options, it really is a difficult decision, and I can understand how hard it must be for Liberty Media and the FIA to make a decision at the moment, considering everything. But I think it really depends on when the virus stops and stops spreading and we can go racing again. If it does get to, say, July or August and we can go racing again, then we should definitely try and get a 15 race calendar and potentially even go into December or January, then have a month off and then go into 2021 straight away. There's no new regulations now, so we can get pretty much straight into testing and then onto the new season. Don't think that would be a bad idea, but if we get into September or October, it'd be nice just to have a 5-race mini-series round Silverstone, Spain, somewhere like that. Just tracks that are already there, and it's local, so it's not too expensive to get some income for the teams. And imagine not going a whole year without racing, it'd be hell. So I think it really depends on the timestamps and everything like that. But thank you for watching. Hope to see you again soon. Bye.